how we can design and implement policy reforms to create an attractive environment for foreign investment. This is what we are talking about. From my point of view, I think there are three items to be considered. The first one may sound a little bit ridiculous, but I think we have to discuss it before we start our discussion, because otherwise it makes no sense. So from my point of view, the most important thing is that Greece has to decide what they want. Up to now, after 8 years of the crisis, I'm still missing a public discussion about what the people and the country wants to be in 10 or 20 years. The original word of crisis is not recession, it means readjustment. And before I readjust, I have to know what I want, and then I can adjust accordingly. But up to now, the media is full of who just stay, what we have to do differently, and so on. And we always hear people, even the shouting minority, telling us what they don't want. But I believe you have to start to think about what you want. What are the sectors of industry you believe you want to become the most competitive and beautiful place in the world to work for? Is it agriculture, tourism, or science? I don't know. But do you know? But how you can convince someone to invest if you do not know by yourself where you should invest? Only if you have a plan you can create a strategy getting investors on your side. Only if you have a plan you can push the shouting minority to the corner and put the things in order according to what you want to. So in my opinion, first of all, make up your mind and decide where you want to go and what you want to do. Second, in my opinion, is improve justice. From my point of view, having now a startup, the only chance is if a startup has the chance to win on time against a colossus who treated it unfair. Creative ideas can create jobs. If you keep the actual status as it is now, where you have to wait years to get your right, creative ideas will create elsewhere jobs, not here in Greece. So from my opinion, do whatever it is necessary to get legal results within 4 months. Because from my point of view, legal security is one of the most important issues to decide to invest or not to invest. Legal security, from my point of view, is by far more important than tax structure, flexibility, or location. So, improve justice. The third one is a little bit difficult to explain, but maybe I can. I think it is important not only to increase competition in the private sector, I believe it is also important to increase it in the public sector. From my experience, those states are healthier in which territorial entities compete against each other. For example, if Greece would have, instead of these 13 peripheries, 3 regional states with elected prime ministers who are leading independent regional governments who decides on all regional matters, including development, by themselves, the federal government could concentrate on the main items such as foreign policy, defense, security, education, and health, and would become more effective. Some taxes, for example, the VAT or insurance tax, could contribute to the federal household, and the income tax, for example, in NFIA could belong to the regional states who will decide by themselves how much it is and how to use it. As a result, the people could compare the different governments, and they could compare where taxes are used best, and finally they could vote accordingly. The federal government would have to compete against the regional governments. New blood would enter in the federal parliament and could create new dynamic. The federal government could recruit people from the regional governments to secure knowledge transfer from the regions to the federal government. These are, from my point of view, the 3 items. Thank you very much.